It's your girl, The Outcast, and I am back with another video. So this time I am doing a story time because I want to share one of my latest items that I have gotten, which is this book. The reason why I want to share this book is because it is a book, but it's more like a journal because you basically gonna input like all the events that happened into your life into this book, and I feel like that is good to look back on and to see how far you came. Like in the beginning, let me just share some with y'all. So it says basically the story of my life, and it says if a story is in you, it has to come out, and that's so true because that's your testimony. So in the beginning of the book is childhood and his family. Basically they want to know all about your background, like your history behind your family name, your grandparents, how your parents met, and all that other type of stuff, like stuff that you remember as you was a child. All I remember on my first day of high school is that, and the high school I went to was James Madison, class of 13. What's up? But I just remember I was very nervous. I was definitely fresh, had I was kind of known for that, like clothes and jewelry and stuff, kept my hair done and stuff like that. So, but I was just kind of nervous. And I was more mature, so I was like, oh, here go a good one. My first crush was, and I don't even want to talk about that because that's a whole different kind of situation. But I do want to talk about my first crush. Okay, I'm not going to mention no names because I know people follow me and I don't want them to see it, but it was a boy I had a crush on, and I was shy, but one of my friends told me to go tell him I liked him or something like that, and I'm like, okay. And so I told him, I went up to him and stuff, and his friend was there, whatever. I'm like, hey, I like you, whatever. Girl, my first time being rejected. And it wasn't a big rejection. He was just like, oh, okay. I think he said he had a girlfriend or something. But I was just, why would I listen to her? So, I don't know why I had a crush on him, because that statement is so true. You can have a crush on somebody when you was in high school, and they look a hot mess now. Like, he looks a hot mess. So I'm like, whoa. But yeah, that was one of my big crush things. But anyway, so this is another good one. My first heartbreak. Now, one of my first heartbreaks was on me because I lied about my age. But no, I'm not gonna say his name. Anyways, we was in church, so that was one of my. I'm gonna just put that out there. We was in church, and he was one of my first heartbreaks because I lied about my age, and he broke up with me. I said I was 14, but I was really 13. He was 16, and I guess he did the math in the future. Like, well, when I turn such and such, you gonna be this. Nigga, you 16, I'm 13. What? Here go another one. It said, what were your career goals and what actions did you take to achieve them? So one of my career goals was to get in the nursing field. And what I did to do that is I got my CNA license, and now I am pursuing nursing school so that I can become a nurse. So I did do one of those. So that's pretty much like the beginning of your young adulthood, and then you got adulthood, and y'all know it's definitely ghetto over here. But I'm not disappointed at how life is going. It's just that if I can turn back in time, I would, and do a lot of stuff different. But you live and you learn. Okay, what assumptions do people make about you when they first meet you, and why? So, are they right or wrong? So, a lot of people, when they meet me, they say I have good energy. They say that I'm very friendly, I'm fun, I'm outgoing, and things like that. I'm pretty, stuff like that. So, they are right. I do have a good energy by myself. I am very outgoing. I like to have fun. I like to keep good vibes. I like to uplift, encourage, inspire. I'm all of that, So we definitely gonna turn over. We definitely gonna have a good vibe, and we might praise God in the midst of it. Okay. It says, this is the last one. I think this is really good. What do you regret the most about your adult life? And what would you change if you could? I think one thing that I always regret, and I always talk about this, is not going to school right after school. I wish I would have pursued my career or education sooner. And you know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's never too late, but I wish I would have just went to college, went to the dorms, like out of state or anything. It ain't even have to really be out of state, but just went, like, experience college life for real. Like, went to the dorms, went to the college parties and stuff like that. I was pregnant at 19. I had my son at 20. So, you know, right after high school, I was just out here, you know, trying to experience life as my own. But I don't regret it, and I'm pursuing it now, so that's all that matters. Keep your comments to yourself.